Let us look at another example of cost volume profit analysis. The Maxus Manufacturing Company manufactures and sells pencils. Currently, 5 million units are sold per year at a selling price of $0.5 per unit. Fixed costs are $900,000 per year, while the variable costs are $0.3 per unit. Now, we are being asked to compute the new operating income for the following changes. First, a $0.04 per unit increase in variable cost, and second, a 10% increase in fixed cost and 10% increase in units sold. So here in this picture, this building represents the manufacturing facility of Maxus Manufacturing Company, which is manufacturing pencils. The supplier represents the Maxus manufacturing representative, and the customer represents all the customers who are buying pencils from Maxus Manufacturing. Now currently, Maxus Manufacturing is selling 5 million units per year. So currently, 5 million units are being sold by Maxus Manufacturing Company to its customers. And in return, the customers are paying back an amount of $0.5 per unit to Maxus Manufacturing. Or in other terms, the selling price is $0.5 per unit. So selling price is represented as small p is equal to $0.5 per unit. Now Maxus Manufacturing has leased this manufacturing facility. So it is supposed to pay an amount of $900,000 per year to the owner. So this is the fixed cost. And in order to manufacture these pencils, Maxus Manufacturing has to buy raw material, has to hire labor, and so on. So for each pencil, the cost, which is also known as the variable cost, is $0.3. So $0.3 per unit. So with this information, we have to find out what will be the new operating income in case the variable cost increases by $0.04 per unit. So, sometimes what happens is that there is a forecast that the cost of raw material is going to increase. So the manager of Maxus Manufacturing Company is now trying to evaluate what will be the impact to the operating income if the variable cost increases by $0.04 per unit. And the second is a 10% increase in fixed cost and 10% increase in units sold. Now the manager of Maxus Manufacturing is also evaluating that if this fixed cost increases by 10% and the number of units which are being sold also increase by 10%, what will be the impact to its operating income? So let's find this out. So this is the information that has been given to us. Number of units sold is 5 million per year. Selling price is $0.5 per unit. Fixed cost is $900,000 per year. And the variable cost is $0.3 per unit. Now we have to find out the impact on the operating income when there are changes in some of these numbers. So let's first find out what is the operating income with these numbers, and then we can assess the impact on the operating income when these numbers change. Now we know that operating income is nothing but profit, and profit in its simplest terms is the selling price minus the cost price. So operating income is equal to the total revenue minus the total cost. Here total revenue is representative of the selling price. So total revenue is nothing but unit selling price multiplied by the number of units sold. And total cost is representative of the cost price, and the total cost is fixed cost plus the variable cost. So this is equal to total revenue minus the fixed cost plus the variable cost, and this is equal to total revenue is the multiplication of number of units sold and the unit selling price minus the fixed cost plus variable cost. Now variable cost is the multiplication of number of units sold and the unit variable cost. So this is equal to, now number of units sold is 5 million multiplied by P, which is selling price, which is 0.5, minus the fixed cost is $900,000 plus Q is again 5 million multiplied by C, which is the variable cost, which is $0.3 per unit. So this is equal to 2.5 million minus 900,000 plus 1.5 million. So this is equal to 2.5 million minus 2.4 million. So this is equal to $100,000. So this is the operating income with these numbers. Now we have to find out the impact on this operating income if the variable cost increases by $0.04 per unit. So increase of $0.04 per unit in variable cost. So basically this thing is increasing by $0.04 per unit. So the new variable cost is equal to 0.3 plus 0.04, which is equal to $0.34 per unit. So now again, with this change in the variable cost, we have to find out the new operating income. So the formula remains the same, which is this. So let's say operating income 1 is equal to, now again the same formula, so Q is the same, which is 5 million multiplied by small p, which is the selling price, which is still the same, 0.5, minus the fixed cost also is same, so 900,000 plus the variable cost is 5 million multiplied by 0.34. So this is equal to 2.5 million minus 900,000 plus 1.7 million. So this is equal to 2.5 million minus 2.6 million. So this is equal to minus $100,000. So what this means is that if the variable cost per unit increases by $0.04, then the operating income is minus $100,000, which means that we are going to incur a loss of $100,000. So instead of original profit of $100,000, now we are going to incur a loss of $100,000. That means our operating income has overall reduced by $200,000. Now let's move to the next one, which is a 10% increase in fixed cost and a 10% increase in units sold. So the second is 10% increase in fixed cost and 10% increase in units sold. So basically this fixed cost is increasing by 10%, so we have to multiply this by 1.1, and the units sold is also increasing by 10%, so we have to multiply this number of units sold by 1.1 as well. The formula for operating income remains the same, which is Q multiplied by P minus F plus Q multiplied by C. So let's plug in the numbers here, and we'll call this as operating income 2. So Q is now 5 million multiplied by 1.1. So 5 million multiplied by 1.1. This is Q, and then multiplied by P, which is the same 0.5, minus the fixed cost, which is 900,000 multiplied by 1.1, plus Q, which is again 5 million multiplied by 1.1, multiplied by C, which is the variable cost, which is $0.3 per unit. So this multiplied by 0.3. So this is equal to 2.75 million minus 900,000 multiplied by 1.1 is 990,000 plus 1.65 million so this is equal to 2.75 million minus 2.64 million. So this is equal to $110,000. Now again, all these numbers are in per year terms because the data given to us is also in per year terms. So this is per year. This is also per year. So now if there is an increase in fixed cost by 10% and in units sold by 10%, then our operating income increases by $10,000, and actually this is also 10% increase. So $100,000 was the original operating income, and 10% increase of this is 10,000. So our new operating income is $110,000. And if you Note in this, we are multiplying each and every term by 1.1. So if you bring this out as common, which is 1.1 as common, you can put 1.1 multiplied by this whole thing, which is nothing but our original operating income. So 1.1 times $100,000, which is $110,000 per year.